What's up, everybody? Damon Hatfield here, senior editor at IGN. Hard to believe, but E3 2012 is nearly upon us, running June 4th through the 7th. Now, E3 is, of course, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, and not only is it an excellent example of alliteration, it is the gaming event where all the year's biggest games are shown off, and you can see them all right here at IGN. Now, this year is going to be completely bananas. Monday the 4th kicks off with the Microsoft press conference. Halo 4 is the biggest gun they have, and if history has taught us anything, Microsoft conferences are the place to see the new Call of Duty. In this case, Black Ops 2, now with horses. Later that day is Sony's conference at 6 p.m. They'll dive into the upcoming Vita lineup, maybe Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, or a new Infamous, while the PS3 will have The Last of Us, the new God of War prequel Ascension, and the ridiculously named PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Could we also see the PS4? Probably not, but count on a lot of hip Sony montages. And finally, one of the largest reveals will be on Tuesday, June 5th. Nintendo's conference is going to be the Wii U's coming out party, and we'll finally see what their new console tablet Frankenstein is capable of. The 3DS is also starting to hit its stride, so expect some big games like New Super Mario Bros. 2 to be there. So those are the big three press conferences, but we'll also get new looks at awesome games like Resident Evil 6 and Assassin's Creed 3. Personally, I'm most excited about the sexy new Tomb Raider reboot, but let's check in with some of the other editors and see what gets their icy hearts pumping.
Halo 4 is going to be a giant game at E3 2012. It was announced for the first time last year at E3. What we know about it so far, the game's going to tie elements from the story campaign into multiplayer. The game obviously picks up where Halo 3 ended, continues the story of Master Chief. And specifically for multiplayer, the game looks to be borrowing a lot of elements from Call of Duty. Bottom line, we're really excited to get our hands on it and see what it's all about.
Black Ops 2 is probably the least surprising video game announcement of the year, but I think people are really going to be surprised at E3 when they see what Treyarch's doing with it. On top of taking it into the near future, into a very plausible near future, they're also doing things like making the storyline have divergent parts of the campaign. They've also redone the graphics engine to look better. I think that when people see it finally, without a doubt at the Microsoft press conference, that they are going to be very surprised.
If Borderlands 2 is at E3 2012 this year, that may be one of the most exciting titles there. The game doesn't make any sense. It's about shooting a lot of stuff in the face and then taking all the stuff they drop. It's basically Diablo as a first-person shooter. The first game was great, and from what's been shown off of Borderlands 2 so far, it looks even better.
It's time for us to see some more Last of Us. Of course, this is Naughty Dog's game. It's not Uncharted. They did 3 of those. Now it's time for a new project, Post-Apocalyptic. We know it's about Joel and Ellie. We know they're going through this environment, the destroyed United States, zombie fungus creatures all over the place. You have to scavenge to survive. But outside of that, I mean, we got a trailer, we got a little bit of gameplay here and there, lots of screenshots. This is going to be the real deal. E3 2012 is going to be, straight up a lot of gameplay. People playing it in front of you, getting to see what it's all about. Naughty Dog's going to want to come out and just blow our doors off, and I sure hope they do.
So, barring an announcement of an 8-bit Mega Man game that I desire so very much, I'm most excited at E3 to hear more about Assassin's Creed 3. I'm really riveted by the game because it dares to tell the tale of one of the most important events in humankind, the American Revolution. And I think that a story-driven tale like that has incredible potential. But we haven't really seen the game play yet, and with a series known for its verticality, I'm excited to see Assassin's Creed 3 in action and how it takes place within a colonial setting, in this open world setting that we've been promised between Boston and New York. I'm also excited to see how offended British people will be by the game.
Hitman Absolution is a game we've seen a few times now, but we haven't had a chance to try for ourselves. So far what we've seen has always been presented as this really linear, very pretty, but very linear game. And, the past adventures of Agent 47 were always much more open world, much more about figuring out, almost like an interactive murder puzzle game. So hopefully, when we get a chance to try it for ourselves at E3, we'll get to see that this is just like what we're familiar with.
One of the things I'm looking forward to most at E3 2012 is Resident Evil 6. The game's just about 5 months away from release, and we still haven't played the thing yet. So, that's what you should expect. Hands-on impressions of Resident Evil. Whether we get to play as Leon or Chris or the new guy Jake, that's who's to say. But expect some pretty thorough impressions when you get to E3.
E3 is one of the most exciting times of the year for us gamers, and IGN will be there covering the holy hell out of the entire thing. You'll be able to see exclusive footage on our live show, and our 24-hour E3 coverage can be seen on IGN, our new Xbox Live app, YouTube, pretty much anywhere your eyeballs might be pointed at. And believe me, this is the best way to experience the show, because if you go to actual E3, they make you put on pants. So, what games or possible announcements are you most excited for? That comment section below is for you. I'm Damon Hatfield, and we'll see you in a few weeks at E3.